Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of Walk with Me. I promised you in the beginning that I would do these, very regularly, and that I would be very transparent in everything that I record. So this is going to be one of those transparent weeks. I'm going to share with you what happened after round 3 of my chemo. And first, I have to tell you that I wouldn't be sharing with you this information had it not been for the support that I've gotten from my God. I've prayed my way through this last week using the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And that has brought me to the point that I'm able to talk to you today. So a week ago today, I got up, everything was all fine, dandy. It was a week after my 3rd round of chemo. And I went to the kitchen to take my thyroid medicine. And the next thing I know, I've passed out on my kitchen floor. And I was so weak, I couldn't get up. It was that thing about I've fallen and I can't get up. And here I was. Luckily, I was able to kind of crab walk to the kitchen counter where I left my phone and reach up and grab my phone and call my daughter. And she came and was able to get me up, get me into a chair, and pretty much spent the next 36 hours in bed. And it sort of just went, I don't want to say downhill, because it actually began to gradually go uphill from there. To the point that my daughter moved in. She worked from here remotely, and she and my granddaughter stayed with me until Saturday because nobody really wanted to leave me alone. And I didn't want anybody to leave me alone. Trust me on that. I was nauseated. I got sores in my mouth. And all of this came from the adenomycin, which is the A in the AC. Another one of my friends who's kind of going on the same path said that in her area of the country, they call it the red devil. And I guess I would have to agree, because I thought until last week, over the months that I've been going through this at this point, I thought, wow, this is not as bad as they said it was going to be. Well, guess what? It was as bad as they said it was going to be. So yesterday I went for round 4 of chemo. And the first thing that they do when I go in is they go into my port and they draw blood and they send it to the lab, so that by the time I meet with the doctor a little bit later, they have all of the lab results. And my blood hemoglobin was down to a 7, which is below the level for a transfusion. The doctor said, well, we can wait a week. We can postpone your chemo and wait a week, or you can get a blood transfusion today, and then we can go ahead and do the chemo. And I said, well, I want to do the blood transfusion because I don't want to put this off any longer. I want to be through this, because yesterday was the last of the red devil. And I know I can get through this, and it's going to be skating after this. I know it is. And she also confirmed that, because in 2 weeks, I'll start the Taxol part of the chemo. And she said it's going to be much easier for my body to tolerate. It's got its own little set of idiosyncrasies, but it will be much easier for me to tolerate. So that said, I have survived. And after that blood transfusion yesterday, I feel so much better. I'm not ready to go out and garden yet, but I'm up and I'm moving around. I'm taking care of myself. I'm cooking, I'm eating. The sores in my mouth have healed to the point that I was actually able to eat a full meal for dinner last night. And I had chicken soup for breakfast this morning. I'm getting ready to go have lunch after this. And so I'm back on that path to healing again. And I'm through the scary part. I've been through the valley of the shadow of death. I feared no evil, because my Lord was with me. His rod and his staff, they comforted me. I invite you to read that psalm. If you're in need of support in any way, shape, or form, read that psalm and just invite that healing help to come to you, and it will. Ask for the peace that passes all understanding, and know that immediately you will feel it. I promise. I love you all. Thank you so much for being on this walk with me. It feels so good to know how supported I am. I love you. Bye now.